What's going on, gang? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Voltron, Legendary Defenders, Lion Attack Voltron, and Sword Attack Voltron, both from Playmates. I picked these up at my local Toys R Us. Let's open them up and take a look. Out of the box, both figures are able to stand with no problem whatsoever, and they both have different poses. The sword strike here on the right comes with the shield and the sword in the hand, and some questionable paint apps. Blaster or Lion Attack on the right or on the left comes with the green blaster, and then wings that easily just slide right out of his back. If his red lion, or if the red lion had pegs in it, I guess you could use the wings as a, well, sword of some sort. Okay, both of them are painted pretty poorly. The paint isn't great, but they've at least managed to one-up Hasbro a little bit in the fact that they're actually using more than I think Hasbro would use. So I'm going to start off with taking a look here at the Blast one. You can see that the lion faces are in fact painted, and there is enough paint to differentiate the lions from the rest of the figure. So there's that. The lion heads are painted well, but the face is just a glob of silver paint. There is paint apps on the lion's eyes, however. The same can be said for Sword Attack. Same paint schemes. I do appreciate the fact that they did use a lot of paint on this guy, or these toys. So overall, they're painted better than Hasbro would paint a Transformer, so there's that. Now, the plastic quality on these guys is pretty bad. I've got knockoffs that are better quality plastic. They feel cheap, and they feel like they're going to fall apart pretty quickly. The action gimmick for the sword is simply close the legs, and he uses the sword. Though they have it stopped right here halfway. I would have much rather that it go down a little farther so it actually, does a sword chopping gimmick as opposed to this quarter of a turn on the shoulder. I can understand why they didn't do that, though, because of safety, because you might have some poor kid go, hi-ya, and actually hit his hand, and then they get sued. The shield comes out with no problem. I get the shield. It's actually pretty good. The shield's okay. It doesn't need to be here, though, but I understand why it is, because it's in the show. The Green Lion can fully pose in all the ways you expect an arm to be able to pose, except the articulation for turning the fist is actually on the forearm and not on the lion head, which is odd. Overall, the Sword Strike one is all right. It's not great, but it's okay. Now up is Lion Attack Voltron, and all it does is you move the arm one notch so that it can fire, and then it fires by just gently pushing on the missile like that. And it actually shoots pretty far. That's well over 18 inches from the lion to the back of my drop cloth. So it does launch a good distance. I'm going to try straight up and see the hang time here. And that went a solid 12 inches or a foot. So there's that. Yeah, it's not awful. It does have articulation. Head articulates. Red Lion articulates on the elbow, the forearm swivels, and the shoulder. There is torso articulation, and there's leg articulation and knee articulation on this guy. Of the two, I would definitely recommend picking up Lion Attack if you have to have one of these. I would leave Sword Attack on the shelf, because this isn't that great. In fact, I'm actually tempted to try and take it apart somehow, but there aren't any screws. So I guess I would have to cut it in half in order to make the gimmick usable. Donk, donk, donk. All he does is hit him with the hilt of his sword. These figures aren't great, but if you want to pick up one, I would recommend Lion Attack over Sword Attack. So gang, thank you for watching this video review of Lion Attack Voltron and Sword Attack Voltron. I picked these figures up at ToysRUs.com. They'll be available online at BigBadToyStore.com in January. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.